We have a story about a teenager who was in desperate need of your financial help after his health took a turn for the worst nearly 6 months ago. His story is like many Bahamians with health issues who experience difficulty getting the necessary medical attention to get that second lease on life. Unfortunately, the teenager died this morning, but he shared his story with our LaDawn Davis.
This is 18-year-old Ratanyon Leary, an exceptional student several months ago with plans to pursue a law degree at the University of the Bahamas. And if you fast track today, Ratanyon is in the fight of his life after he was diagnosed with a rare disease that attacked his white blood cells, causing his hair to fall out and renal failure. He stopped by our ZNS studios with his mother and pastor to share his heart-wrenching story with us.
While I was on a dance team called Sauced Up, and during practices, I decided that I would, get more serious in interaction. But I noticed I started to swell in my feet, but I never paid no mind to it, I would just take a few tablets and the swelling would go. But after I saw swelling in my face, I decided to go to the local community clinic, and that's when they found out that I was diagnosed with renal failure.
The Abaco native, who was confined to a wheelchair, does not have medical insurance and had to relocate to New Providence to seek further dialysis treatment 3 times per week. He revealed to ZNS News that he recently discovered a rash on his arm and had to take an emergency doctor visit last week.
I live over here now, because the dialysis center in Abaco, the type of catheter I have, they don't operate with it over there. But dialysis it helps a lot, because sometimes when I get fluid overload, like I can't breathe, I cough a lot, my whole body starts to swell. And it's a lifesaver for about 2 months in the bed. So I have no movement in my body, my muscles in my feet, everything just gone. Like I can't walk at the moment.
Now, to save Ratanyon's life, he would need $200,000 to get that urgent medical procedure performed by doctors at the Cleveland Medical Center in Miami, Florida. He made this appeal for help.
Appreciate it if persons could lend a helping hand and assist me with getting the necessary medical treatment I need, because it's hard. It really is.
Well, sadly, with Ratanyon's passing, bills are still due, and his mother, Ratanyon Leary, now has funeral costs to add to those bills as well. Joining us live in studio is Bishop Cedric Bullard. He's the pastor for the Leary family. He traveled from Abaco here to Nassau to be with them. First of all, Pastor, our condolences to the Leary family as well as your church family, and have a good evening.
Thank you so much.
First of all, Pastor, how is the family coping with Ratanyon's sudden demise?
This has been very hard, very hard. It's amazing. She spoke to him at 8 o'clock, at least on yesterday evening at about 6 o'clock. I went to church last night, and after a service, I spoke to him about 10:15, told me all was well. And 8 o'clock this morning, they called us. So his mother, his mother is here, but his grandmother came to my house, who woke me up, banging on my door, crying and screaming. And I know that was trouble, because his mother called me and said that he called her to the hospital this morning when she called me at about 8 o'clock. And it's hard on the family and the church and the youths of Abaco.
Well, Pastor Bullard, how can you tell us how has this ordeal affected the family? Very hard,
very hard. Listen, this is one of the most vibrant individuals in their entire family. He had purpose. He was intelligent. He was very smart, very active. Loved his family. His family loved him because he was so promising. like you mentioned in your newscast, came to UB to study law. He was doing great in school, and the family, this is very tough on the family. A great loss to Abaco and the family, and of course the church.
You told me Ratanyon is a resident of Cooperstown, where your church is based, and I want you to tell us, how did this illness impact Ratanyon's faith?
Well, I thank God for his faith. He was very optimistic always, but because this ordeal was so heavy on him, and he went through so much traumas, they brought him back about 5 times while he was here. And not only that, but he said to me at one of the last time I came to him when he was in ICU, and he was going through that situation of the Steven Johnson syndrome, where sores was all over his body. He said to me, "Pastor, I'm pretty tired. My faith is strong. I've talked to my God, and I'm prepared to just get out of here. I'm prepared to leave and be with my Savior, because I just can't take it anymore." So his faith came alive, and the last thing I heard from him, he had great faith in trusting God, believing that all will be well.
Pastor, what help does the family need now?
Oh, well, I tell you, this family need much help. Financially, this has drained every penny. I met with the mother this evening and asked her what's after being at the funeral home this afternoon, talking to the undertaker, I said, "What's in the kitty?" She said, "Pastor, nothing right now at this time." So he needs a lot of help. So this family needs you to contribute. So those of you that are out there, you need to give me a call or give her a call. You know, if you want numbers, my phone number is 551-4636. Or those you want to go direct to a bank, we had a medical fund set up for him because we was trying to get him to the U.S. for medical care. So Scotiabank, 454-9759. Scotiabank 454-9759 will be the account. Ratanyon Leary that will be on that account, is medical fund, if you want to contribute and help this family.
Once again, Pastor, our condolences, and we wish you all the best. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Altavis, and thank you to Sereness for broadcasting this for us. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much for joining us on the Bahamas tonight.
My pleasure. Bye-bye. Thank you.